Hello, I'm Andrew McCullough and welcome to City Edition, a video news magazine that keeps you informed about our city government. In our first segment, we'll look at the city's sustainability plan. The city's goal is to provide leadership to ensure a prosperous community where nature and people thrive now and in the future.
Sustainability within the context of city government is really figuring out how can we deliver services in a cost-effective manner that is sensitive to the environment and does not place undue burden on future generations.
I think the simplest way of looking at it is that it's taking stewardship for our resources and managing them so that they're not subject to depletion or contamination.
The city has traditionally tried to look at efficiencies in everything we do. And so before the term sustainability came along, the City of Bend was already trying to provide the most efficient service for the best value for the citizens of Bend.
The city's interest in sustainable practices to make sure that we get the greatest value for a dollar when it comes to putting infrastructure on the ground here in the City of Bend.
Some departments have more of an impact than others. Public Works would be a good example. But I think it really is how can the city be a leader within this community and move sustainability forward.
There are 4 focus areas of sustainability that the city is working on, and they are alternative transportation and energy, purchasing, recycling, reuse and reduce, employee wellness and education, and green building and technology.
Sustainability to Public Works is taking the challenges we have today, whether it be water supply, wastewater treatment, street improvements, and balancing them with the technological advances that are out there.
One of the things that we're trying to do is we're trying to create an environment where departments really are allowed to think outside the box. And a good example is within the building department, and we have an e-permit process where designers are able to send their designs and their plans electronically to the city for them to be reviewed.
Which will eliminate the need for things like this 100-sheet roll of construction drawings. It'll allow us to review plans electronically, eliminating the need for paper and trips to City Hall to bring in revised sets of plans.
The city is endeavoring to implement green building practices in our own facilities, and when we do this, we incorporate that economic aspect of sustainability as well. We try to look at actual costs rather than first costs.
The City of Bend offers utility customers the ability to go on our website to view their utility bills and to pay their utility bills online without the need for sending in payments or coming down to City Hall to make a payment.
Some examples of sustainable practices the City of Bend is now looking at is 1, performance measures for our various divisions. We're establishing baselines so we can measure our performance and therefore manage it better. In addition to that, we're also looking at solar power. We have used it to some extent in our parking garage downtown, but we're also looking now at the treatment plant and how we can go ahead and supplement our energy needs out there with solar power in the future. In addition, we're looking at hydropower on the water side, taking advantage of some of the water that we receive from the east side of the Cascade Mountains and how we may be able to translate that into power and help out with our water department.
One of the things that the city is doing in terms of our energy portion of sustainability is to participate in the Blue Sky program. The Blue Sky program is a program where we purchase renewable energy.
The Blue Sky energy efficiency effort has really been embraced by the community.
And we have issued, in partnership with the Chamber, a challenge to the business community to join us in purchasing renewable energy.
And again, when a person or a city or a business signs up for Blue Sky Renewable Energy, they are taking concrete actions to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions.
So it's how can the city be a major player and a role model, as it were, to the rest of the community.
Electricity sustainability is extremely important to the community because it makes us less reliant on the national power grid.
Another example of an area we are practicing sustainable practices is our wastewater treatment facility. We currently generate methane gas at that facility. We're using that methane gas now to go ahead and heat facilities out there. As the city grows and that methane gas production increases, we'll be using that to produce electricity at the treatment facility.
A couple of examples of alternative transportation where the city is implementing sustainable practices are, of course, the implementation of our fixed route system.
The City of Bend provided over 350,000 rides in its first year of fixed route service. The City Council considers this an important part of its commitment.
I mean, I was very proud last year in July I signed the Mayor's Climate Protection Agreement that really will encourage us and require us over the next 5 to 10 years to take concrete steps to reduce our carbon footprint.
And in that first year of bus ridership, they have saved over 53,000 gallons of fuel, but more importantly, they saved over 1 million pounds of carbon dioxide and 42,000 pounds of carbon monoxide from entering the air above Bend.
Another thing the city has done across the boards in several different departments is purchase hybrid vehicles for inspectors and for city use.
This is a very important time for the City of Bend to embrace sustainability issues. As you all know, we're going through some budget difficulties right now. It's very critical that we go ahead and look at those performance measures that we've established and identify areas that have the potential to be big budget issues down the road.
We want to be a community that grows in an intelligent way. We want to be sensitive to the environment. We want to make sure that services are delivered in a cost-effective manner. And so I think to some extent the council is simply reflecting the will of the community.
A simple definition of sustainability is meeting the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs.